right. Three, two, one. Your ears are not deceiving you. The Alaska Sports Podcast, Sports Talk Podcast, back at it for the first
Nice.
time in a while. We kind of took the summer off
Yeah,
ish, pretty
yeah.
much. I mean, so yeah, it's been a little bit of a break since our last episode. I think it was what, back at the end of
Let me look. It was
June,
June
middle of
10th.
June. Yeah, middle
June
of June.
10th after baseball and softball wrap up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of had a hiatus. So glad to be back with you. Isaiah Freeman, Keaton Homer, Brad Lowers on assignment in Nome, Alaska.
Yeah.
And kind of a weird place to be in the summer. I mean, usually Nome is more popular around March. I did
That
rod
yeah.
in the, that kind
State
of thing.
basketball, it's
Yeah, state
usually
basketball tournaments.
been
Yeah.
been busy celebrating state championships last little while in
Yeah,
March.
last couple of years.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, just, but I mean, to each their own. You want to spend your summer in Nome, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
No.
No, it's kind of
No,
nice
he's got a
out on the
basketball
coast.
camp out there.
Yeah,
EKL basketball camps. I know he's doing that stuff out there. So I believe he's going to try
but
and
it's
be.
not basketball season
No, it's camp season.
in
It's
my book. I
definitely
mean, it's
it's
camp season. Oh,
it's
excuse
camp
me.
season. It
Yes,
is definitely camp season. I know that
I think every sport has a camp season. Like it's just
very
the
much
off season.
so.
Come on, like
It's yeah.
like you
Well, you
should
want to.
have an off time. Like I don't know. That's a
Well,
topic maybe for
I
another
think there's some
podcast, I
off
guess.
time, but that's where you get into people who specialize versus people who don't specialize in the certain sports.
Yeah,
I mean, people that
yeah.
want to
No, you're
focus on
exactly right.
basketball, they're going to be going to all the
They're gonna go to the
basketball
camps.
camps. I
Yeah,
know that there are some camps that are more for quote unquote for something the kids to do, and then there's those that go to those
fair.
for you know,
Recruitment purposes and things of that nature.
yeah,
Totally.
for
Yeah.
sure.
What did high school sports look like before camps? Like, let's flash back to like, I don't know, the 60s, 70s. I don't know. Like, I'm sure camps have been around for a while, but I feel like there's just
Yeah,
a camp every other weekend for something. Like, I just got an email about baseball, like, but it's comp baseball, and it's like a year-round thing, and they're
I,
doing a camp, and I'm like, what is going on here? Like, anyway,
I wasn't as into sports in high school as I am now, but I don't remember getting hit up all the time by coaches or groups or anything like that for hey, here's this basketball camp, here's this camp, here's this camp. I think I remember NBC camps was around,
sure, yeah, that's been a
but
long-standing one.
I don't remember all these comp things. I think the comp thing is relatively new. I mean, and when I say new, last 20, 30 years type of thing.
Sure.
I don't think it's, when Trajan was playing, there were those travel teams and things like
Yeah.
that, but I know that all that stuff has just exploded.
Oh, totally.
Just absolutely exploded.
Totally. Yeah. I don't know. It just seems like every other week it feels like I'm getting emails or something of like, hey, we got a camp coming up, just because my kids participate in sports or, you know, and I don't know. But it just seems like there's a lot more than like outside of the season that is happening than ever
No,
before. And maybe
I
it's just because my kids are going through it as, elementary school and things like that. But
I don't think you're wrong.
anyway,
I it's certainly changed from when I was in high school. Again, I just don't remember that
yeah.
many. Not this number.
I, I will say the only camp that I ever took part in when I played high school football and baseball was the All Alaska football camp. And it lasted, 4 days, out there at Colony High School. And that was the only camp I ever did any sport for. Uh, Other than that, maybe elementary school, you do those camps just to do something for a
Right.
few hours, right?
Yeah.
Mom and dad need a break, that kind of thing. But
Well,
yeah,
there's a
as far as true camp, that was the only one I ever did. But
my daughter went to campfire this year for one week.
yeah,
for
Yeah.
Campfire for Kids, and that was
There you
she had a
go.
great time with that.
Oh, that's a blast. That's a great
Yeah, those
program.
summer
Yeah.
camps are kind of fun, but summer sports camps. Well, think of
Well,
all the specialty training things that are happening now too.
right.
I mean,
Totally.
there's a huge explosion of those things as well.
Well, summer sports camps are kind of going to phase out here. We're getting into fall.
We
So school
absolutely are.
starts this week. I mean, Thursday, Friday, public school starts. So
Yeah, I think most of the private
back at
schools
it.
start Thursday, Friday as well.
Yeah. So
Yep.
it's going to be busy, busy, busy coming up here in the next week for, all the schools and sports and athletes and things like that. So already fall time. So that means high school football, obviously, on tap. Fall sports coming up. High school football starting, flag football, cross country running, swim and dive, all taking
Volleyball.
place
Yeah.
here. Volleyball, I saw them in the gym the other day at Chugiak High School practicing and already um, getting that season underway as well. But um, perhaps maybe the biggest one, on a lot of people's radar, obviously high school football coming up here this week. The regular season, week one of the high school football season, kicking off, and the defending Division One state champions will take on the Bartlett Golden Bears this Friday at Diamond High School. Diamond last year going undefeated. Of course, they had a terrific, terrific quarterback, Caden Peely, who is no longer with the team. He transferred out of state. Him and his brother electing to go take their talents elsewhere, I guess. I don't know. I mean, but that happened with Alyssa. No, it didn't happen with Alyssa. It happened with
No,
Brandon Peely.
Brandon. Yep.
Yeah, Brandon went to that prep school in Oregon, I believe. I think these.
Yep.
I don't remember. I want to say somebody mentioned it was somewhere in Washington State uh, where they're going. But I mean, Caden Peely, that's going to be a tough guy to replace. I think he threw for over 2,000 yards last year or something like that,
That's going to be
which is impressive.
it's
And
going to be very difficult to replace.
yeah, yeah, it's going to be tough to replace. But Chugiaki and Diamond had a scrimmage um, this past Saturday, and I'll tell you what, Diamond, they got some dudes, especially up front. Their
Oh,
offensive and defensive line are pretty stout. I'll be curious to see how they are at the skill positions. Um, but their O line and D line, they look pretty stout. I know that they're the number one um, team in the Alaska Sports Report coaches preseason poll, as they should be. They're the defending state champions. Why not? But they received 6 of the 8 first place votes in that
but
preseason coaches poll.
you lose Peely. That's a
That's huge. That's
that's
huge. It's a huge piece.
huge. He was
Yeah.
so much of their offense.
Well, yeah. No. Totally. Yeah. I mean, he probably accounted how many
Yeah, what do you
touchdowns?
think the
I'm trying
percentage
to
that he
find
accounted for on that? I
40
mean, it
touchdowns. He had 40 TDs in 11 games. He amassed 2,694 yards. This is thanks to the Alaska Sports Report, by the way. Total yards, over 1,700 passing, 950 rushing. So, I mean, those are video game numbers that he put up in 11 games.
so now you're trying to
So,
replace 40 touchdowns. Now let's say
yeah, yeah,
to be fair, some of those are blowouts. So let's say you're not replacing all 40. Let's say you're replacing
fair.
25.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot of touchdowns to replace.
I mean, multiply that by 6. I mean, how many points we got? Any math
Phew.
majors here? I'm gonna whip up the calculator.
Yeah,
Were you a
can't do
math major,
radio.
Isaiah?
No, I
Or
was not a math major.
no? Oh, okay.
No,
So
definitely
25
not.
times
Well, and
6,
I've learned you don't want to do radio
150
math.
points.
150 points. There we go.
Yeah. And some people are probably out there saying it's 7 points. No, it's not. Touchdowns are worth 6. Then you have to kick an extra point or go for 2. So
And let's be
thank you.
honest, in high school, extra points are not a given
Oh God, no.
at all. They're
Yeah.
not even a given in the NFL anymore. Granted, they're
No.
kicking from a little further away now,
Yeah.
but still.
Yeah. So Diamond and Bartley going at it in week one in Division One football. I want to make note of this as well. I saw this on social media. The former Bartley Golden Bear quarterback Pierce Blewett
Yeah,
having some medical complications, and he's out of state in Seattle. And I know I saw something that they're trying to organize some type of fundraiser for Friday night's game to help out Pierce's family and things like that. And so, definitely our thoughts, prayers with the Blewett
absolutely.
family. He's been a huge piece of that Bartlett community for so many years, not only as a player, but also coaching wise
Hmm.
as well. And so, I don't know exactly what kind of medical issue he had, but obviously very, very severe. So,
Yes.
thinking of Pierce and his family right now during this time. But if you go to that Bartlett Diamond game, be on the lookout for an opportunity to help out Pierce's family and raise a little bit of money there.
Yeah, they're going to have
So,
to, I have an idea of what it is, but I'm not going to share
yeah,
that. But
right.
it's serious, and it's one where the family's going to have to stay down there for a little bit with him. So that's another big reason for that fundraiser.
Yeah.
I've had to go through this. Seattle is not a cheap place to be. It's just not.
No, no,
So
I don't know if there's any cheap places really to be, I mean, anymore. But
well, especially when you're trying to stay around close to the hospital in the university district, that place is very expensive, and even the surrounding areas are pretty pricey. So anything you guys out there can and do and help. And again, you can look at my social media. I know I shared it on Facebook as well. If you there's a place to donate there, but also if you go to that game on Friday, that would be huge help. I know the families would appreciate it.
yeah, totally. I think it would, I would expect a pretty large crowd for that Friday night game
I think so.
versus Diamond at Diamond. So that'll be a good one to attend. So we mentioned that game. The other Division One game, at least involving head-to-head D1 opponents, Service and Juneau. That game at Service High School. Um, Service Juneau game kicks off at 7 o'clock. Bartlett Diamond kicks off at 7:30. By the way, so take a look at some of the other games that are late. Let's take a look. Division Two. Some already conference matchups in Division Two. Uh, as we look at Soldotna and Palmer, Wasilla and Lathrop, those games are on Friday, along with Chugach and North Pole. Uh, North Pole making the trek down to Chugach to take on the Mustangs, West Valley, and Eagle River. That game was on Saturday. I mentioned the coaches poll. I should round that out. Backtrack just a little bit before we get into D2. Diamond was voted number one, Bartlett number two, West is number three, East is four, and South is number five.
Really?
Rounding out the
Hmm.
Division One preseason coaches poll. West is going to be an interesting team to watch, by the way.
Yeah, they will
Tim
be.
Davis stepping away, and Coach Brown, Faliga, um, taking over. So he is now the head man at West. My gut feeling is that Tim is kind of like a puppeteer in the background
I'm
somewhere. It's just
sure
like,
I'm sure
but
he'll
I could
still
be
be
wrong.
around. I'm
I
sure
know
he'll
that he's
still
coaching his kids' Pop Warner team, so
I'm
he's
sure
not
he'll be
fully.
around. I don't think I mean he may even help with game plans and certain things, but
Oh,
my
totally.
guess is it's just the time because his kids are
Yeah,
young. He doesn't want to miss that. So some of those other demanding things, that's where
right.
others will be kind of filling the void. But it will be
Yeah.
very interesting to see what happens with Wes. I'm surprised, East has been such a staple of being up there in those rankings for so many years that
Yeah.
but again, I
Yeah,
mean,
they're at
the
four.
coaches the
Yeah.
coaches know the players better than I do and what's coming up through the ranks and things. So it'll be interesting to see how the first few weeks of the season kind of shake out.
I was surprised that Colony wasn't in that top five. I mean, they're playing East on Friday, by the way, at 7:30. Colony Knights um, versus the East Thunderbirds. But Colony, they've been a force over the last couple of years in Division One football, and
Yeah.
I was a little bit shocked, but I heard that Colony has like over 100 kids out for their football program, so their numbers are high, which is good because
Wow.
participation. But yeah, no, I'm kind of shocked that they weren't in that top five. Um, but nevertheless, Diamond, Bartlett, West, East, and South, your top five. West and South, by the way, play on Saturday at 7 o'clock. Um, so Division One football, there's kind of your matchups. Friday, three games on tap, and then Saturday, the one game between West and South at 7 o'clock. Division Two football, they have a few more Friday night games. Soldotna and Palmer. That game it in Palmer, and then Wasilla and Lathrop. It looks like that game is scheduled up in Lathrop, I believe. And then Chugiak versus North Pole, that game at Chugiak, and then West Valley and Eagle River, 2 o'clock on Saturday. Of course, Division Two reigning champion, the Soldotna Stars, all roads go through them. I mean, it
Yep.
has gone through them for how many
Them or
years?
Lathrop
And them or Lathrop, yeah.
in the
I mean,
last
that's
few
that's kind
years.
of been. I don't know of a team in Division Two that has not been Soldotna or Lathrop. Who's the last team that was not Soldotna or Lathrop to
I
win the D2 state title?
I think it was when the last time somebody that was not named Soldotna or Lathrop, I believe, was Kenai, and that was one of my first years at ASAA. Think in
Really?
2010, 11, something like that.
Man,
It's
I
been
have
a
to
while.
find
I think
that.
it was at AF. I'm pretty sure it was at AFS in 2010 or maybe 11.
Well,
That
Juneau
Kenai.
played Division Two for a little while, right? Did they
Uh,
sneak one in there? I don't
no,
remember.
no, Juneau never did because they were combined with Juneau Thunder Mountain and they were just the
Oh, that's
Juneau
right.
co-op team.
That's right. That's
But at
right.
some point,
And
it was large, medium, small school, and I believe Kenai
I
one
think you're
year
right.
won the medium.
Yeah. I don't know. It's been a while. So I mean,
Been a
you're
long time.
you're exactly right. Soldotna, Lathrop, Soldotna, Lathrop. I mean, Soldotna winning what 6 or 7 times in a row or whatever. But I don't know. But
Yep.
it's been a long time, and they're going to be good again. They lost a few seniors. I know a handful of guys up front. Their star tight end Andrew Pye, he's graduated. So, but Galen Brantley has always done a terrific job of. Doesn't matter who graduates; it's just reload,
Yep.
right?
It's just
So
reload.
next guy's coming through the system. So, um, although I've heard good things about Palmer in the early preseason in terms of how they've looked in some preseason scrimmages and things like that, they got a high number of players out for their program as well. I want to say somebody mentioned to me they have like over 80 plus kids for all three levels
That's a
out there at
lot.
Palmer, which is
That's
a
a lot.
lot for
That's a
for
lot for
Palmer. That's
Palmer.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So it'll be interesting. So again, Soldotna Palmer, Wasilla Lathrop, Chugach North Pole, all those games are on Friday night. And then Saturday at Eagle River West Valley and Eagle River Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock. So that's D2 football. Division 3 football kicking off on Friday as well. Three games on the slate: Kenai and Kodiak, Barrow and Reddington, Homer and Houston. And then Saturday afternoon, it's Seward and Nikiski tangling there in Division 3 football. So,
Well,
uh,
yeah, they went 9 man. There's 4 9 man teams this year.
is that what it is?
Yep. The
Why
the
am I
Denali Conference is 9 man football. So Monroe,
look at that?
Nikiski, Seward, Valdez. Now, again, that's if they all have teams this year. And sometimes
Right.
we just don't know. With the 9 man football, we don't really know, especially.
Yeah, and I'm not. I'm looking at like the statewide schedule, like trying to find out. I don't know. I feel like there's so many pieces that move. The schedule is wonky this year.
And
Like
there's a
there's been
lot of
so many
pieces
late
that move.
changes, so many late changes of like, oh, we're not able to, make this game happen or whatever. Or it's just like we got to move this game here or different day, different time. So I would highly encourage you to like refresh almost weekly the schedule because it's changing, like days and
Weekly
times.
refresh on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Might have a
like
chance of it being accurate then.
yeah, I don't know. Like it's just. It's
That seems
really
odd,
weird.
especially for football. Sometimes with indoor things that can be tweaked a little bit
Well,
quicker and easier, but
I knew early on, especially at the very beginning of the football season, that into July when practices first started, I was hearing rumors and murmurs of the schedule was all messed up because of officials. There's such
oh,
a low number of officials
that's definitely in
that,
a
like, hey, we
factor.
can't commit to these games. Like, yeah, you have them scheduled, but we can't do it.
Yep.
And so, like, I assume it's been all ironed out. I had a chance to talk with Brian Hoskin earlier today, and he's going to be officiating this weekend, of course. And I was asking him how numbers were for officials, um, and he says they got five new guys, so which is great. That's
That's
awesome
great.
that they
Yeah.
have five new officials in the works. But he's like, we can always use more because from what I have heard, that many Division One games, Division Two, varsity games, they don't have clock operators and they don't have chain gang crews, people to run the sideline chains. So all the teams that are hosting games are going to have to find, somebody that's competent enough to potentially run the clock, and
Yep.
then also somebody that can run the chain crew as well. So if you're interested in officiating, want to be an
Abs-
official, looking to help out, go to asaa.org. Somebody email
Like,
Brian Hoskin.
yeah, I'm sure
Reach
you'll get
out
a hold of
to
somebody.
ASAA in general.
Yeah, get a hold of the
Yeah,
contact us email, and you're golden. They'll definitely, or call up. It's a nice way to earn a little extra money on the side.
yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
absolutely. Score a couple
yeah,
games if you like being outside, especially in fall time.
it's a nice way to get yelled at. I
Well,
mean,
that's
I
something
won't yell at you.
Keaton won't
Maybe I
yell at you.
will. I might. I
Unless
might yell
you
at Brian on
if you
Friday.
screw up really bad, I mean really, really bad, maybe Keaton will give you a
Yeah.
dirty look.
I've seen better refs at Foot Locker. Oh, no, I'm like, I don't know. Something like that. Yeah. I don't know. But if you are interested, reach out asaa.org. They can put you in touch with the right people and the right channels of
Yep.
officiating because we are, I mean, this isn't just, we've talked about it before on the podcast. This isn't just an Alaska issue. This is a
No.
nationwide issue, especially at the high school level. So,
And I can
but
understand,
yeah,
and I understand why. I mean, and I think we've talked about this before, and we had some special discussions on it last year during the podcast with, and it's not just a football thing or a volleyball. I mean,
yeah.
it's all across the board with sports.
Oh, sure.
Football and basketball are the most difficult ones, and they're. I mean, I've talked to them. They have officials that quit just because of the way
Oh,
they get
yeah.
screamed at and yelled at and treated
100%.
going to a car. So
Yeah. No,
fans, people that are
no
listening
play
to
for
this
that. No
podcast, if you
place.
guys hear that kind of stuff, man, you gotta get on people for that.
It's, I, yeah.
Eventually, I mean, you can't play games if you don't have officials.
Well, exactly.
And
And
on the other side of it, officials can't earn some extra money on the side or enjoy that sport if there's not games to be played.
yeah.
So this is something that's mutual beneficial, mutually benefit. There we go.
Yeah,
There we
yeah.
go. Got it.
It's we took a month off. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah.
it's mutually beneficial for both groups. So
Yeah.
parents, coaches, school admin, we all need to step up
Right.
and do better.
Totally. Totally. So high school football happening this week. Flag football also getting underway as well. You can find the schedules at ASAA365.com. Get all the information, times, locations of where those games are taking place. So cross country running, I think, probably has their first meets probably coming up this week as well.
Yep.
It's going to be busy. It's just crazy to think how high school football. I remember when I played, we had like three games prior to like the school year starting, and now we have no games prior to the school year starting. And a matter of fact, we play game number one on the very first day, full day of school for high school on Friday. It's just like, oh, okay. So
That's
first day of
actually
school, then you get to play a game. Yeah,
that'll actually be kind of nice. There'll actually be students around for the first game.
hopefully. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's a good point. Yeah, I didn't think about
Well, because
that.
what has
That's
been, it's been a couple times where first 2 weeks their
Yeah, you're
school
right.
isn't in
Sparse
session.
crowds. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. That's a good point. So get out, support your local high school, support your teams, uh, have fun watching the games, but don't be overly obnoxious with the officials, please.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there. Yeah, don't throw
Officials, if
things at them.
somebody yells, if somebody goes boo, you know, it's
Okay,
okay.
have a
You'll
thicker
be all
skin.
right.
Yeah,
You'll
yeah, that's all
you'll
right.
be okay. It's all right.
Yeah, we'll survive. It's all
I
good.
can honestly
All
say
good.
I'm okay. I've been booed and screamed at and yelled at
Oh, I've been
quite a
booed.
few times.
Yeah,
So
goes with the territory of coaching. I've been booed.
yeah,
Yep, 100,
running events
100%.
and
But
coaching, you're going to get booed. You're going to get screamed at a few times and get called
happens.
some very
Happens.
nasty
Yep.
things, but you'll be okay. Everyone will be
Sometimes I
okay.
laugh. I laugh.
Oh yeah,
That's just my personality. I laugh.
I'm at the point now where you just
Yeah.
laugh.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, I've never heard that one before.
Yeah.
My favorite
Yeah.
one is, oh, you just hate kids. Oh,
Yep.
right. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I'm here.
That's it.
Yep.
That's why I'm here coaching. That's why I was here running those events for the longest time. Yeah. It's
That's why
because I
I'm
hate kids.
officiating. Yep. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Um, so that's kind of high school sports ish. We'll touch more throughout the season, obviously getting more in depth with flag football and things of that nature as scores start to roll in from the weekend. We'll pass those along to you as well. Mentioned volleyball, but we'll jump up a level. College volleyball season also going to get started here later this month, in the month of August. The UAA Seawolves having their first volleyball matches of the season starting on August 28th with the Alaska Hawaii Challenge. The Seawolves going to take on Hawaii Pacific, Hawaii Hilo, Chaminade, um, and Alaska Fairbanks also taking part in this tournament as well. Seawolves will more than likely not play UAF um,
Can't
in this tournament. At
imagine.
least they
Yeah.
shouldn't, just because they're a conference opponent. So, but yeah, chance to get out already at the Alaska Airlines Center as the women's volleyball team will be on the floor. A handful of returners from last year's squad. Martina Reba, Tia Allen, uh, returning Hannah Trotter, also returning Madison Galloway, Bella Burney, and then you get a chance to see a local product out of Kenai who redshirted last year, Emma Beck,
Yep.
who will be on the floor this year for the Seawolves as well. UAA has recruited fairly well. They've got a couple of transfers, but they also have a handful of freshmen coming in as well. We'll see who ends up redshirting. Obviously, of those freshmen, I'm sure a couple of them will end up redshirting. Maybe one or two will start or see some playing time, I should say. But team last year in the GNAC conference, they finished in fifth place in the 10-team conference. They were 10-8 in GNAC play. They were 16-12 overall into the season on a two-game winning streak. So we'll see how this year's team does. I mean, last year I would say it was like a roller coaster. I mean, it looked like they could be world beaters one night and like, all right, sweeping teams that maybe you wouldn't think they should have swept, and then the next night it was like we regressed, and I say we because I broadcast the games, and it
Yeah.
looked like, well, we lost in four sets to a team that was in seventh place, and it's just like what's going on? So consistency going to be the biggest thing this year. For the Seawolves, and it's the second year for head coach Stacy Meisner. So, really trying to submit her, footprint on the program, obviously here in year number two, and see what direction the Seawolves are going to go. So, the season again starts here in late August. Games starting or matches starting August 28th. Actually, a doubleheader on the 28th for the volleyball team. They got a match at 1 o'clock against Hawaii Pacific, and then later that night at 7 p.m., they'll take on Hawaii Hilo. So you get two opportunities to see the women's volleyball team there on that opening night of Seawolf Volleyball. By the way, 17 matches at home for the women's volleyball team this
Wow.
year, the most they have ever had. Most they've ever had. Um, So a lot of opportunities to see the UAA volleyball team this year. Last year they only had 10 home matches, I think. No, not even that. Trying to, maybe it was that many, but uh, no, it couldn't have been. I think it was 8 because they had no non-conference matches at home last year. So uh, flip the script a little bit in terms of the schedule of when they are going to play this year. So a lot of chances, 17 of them. So, all right. Well, I would ask what Brad's, thoughts are, but obviously Brad is in Nome and not with us. But I think we're gonna have a possibility with
It's
Brad maybe catching up with a
it's
couple guys.
I think we're gonna try and catch up with Pat Callahan up there, Nome boys head coach, as well as Finn Gregg as he's getting ready to go to UAF for men's basketball.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah.
that might actually end up being a separate podcast instead of at the end of this one. We're still working on that
Yeah.
on
Working
the
out the
technical side
logistics.
of things. Yep.
You mentioned Brad and technical things. Like, I
That's
mean,
why I say technical things.
I picture Brad like holding up his phone and trying to record something, and like the camera's flipped and it's just videoing him, and he wants to like video like something else. Like I could see
Uh,
like that,
yeah, that's yeah.
and he probably would say the same.
Well, the
But
funny thing is anybody
yeah.
that's listening to this podcast that knows Brad well enough is probably chuckling along with us because yes, that is
Yes, they know.
very yeah.
You know.
When
You
you know,
know
you
if you don't.
know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Anyway. Well, anything else we want to add before we wrap up
Well, I think
this
it's I
first podcast back? Season
first
3?
season 3. It's thank you for all the listeners to get us to this point of season 3. It's not just Keaton and I downloading it, listening to ourselves, making sure we sound
No.
okay at the end. It's a lot of people statewide and around the country that are listening, so we really appreciate that. And again, we've got some fun things planned. We're still working on our schedules and everything that are going around
Yep.
on that. We're aiming for one podcast a week and maybe obviously like in previous seasons to do a few more as we get closer to big events like a March Madness Alaska and
Yeah.
state football and things like that and state hockey
Totally.
and some instant reaction stuff. But there'll be some different things happening this year. And again, we've got a YouTube page, we've got Instagram, we've got Facebook. Uh, we've been doing a lot of stuff on YouTube, so definitely want to make sure that you're following those pages. We also have a LinkedIn as well, which is kind of fun. We started that last season, but yeah, make sure you're following
Yeah.
all of us. And again, we appreciate everybody that's listening, and especially a shout out again to Pierce Blewett and holding him in our thoughts and prayers as he's down in Seattle fighting and his family's fighting. So again, if you can be at Bartlett, it's Bartlett Diamond at Bartlett.
I think it's Bartlett at Diamond. The game, I believe, is at Diamond, I think.
Thought it was
It could
at
be
Bart.
it could be at
Either
Bartlett. I
way,
don't know.
Bartlett or Diamond, one of those two locations, they
You
are
might
going
be
to have
right.
some stuff there. So please make sure if you can.
You are right.
Uh,
It's Diamond at Bartlett.
it's
Sorry.
Diamond at Bartlett. So if you can donate and help out Pierce, who's a real staple in the athletic community in Anchorage,
Yeah,
that would be
totally.
a huge help. And he's really close to that Bartlett group and a lot of groups, but you know, especially Bartlett.
Well, I
So
mean, he went there. He attended there.
yeah,
Won a state title there.
yeah,
So, I
he
mean,
did.
huge ties. Well, I think that's going to do it for our first episode here in season 3 of the Alaska Sports Talk podcast. Like Isaiah said, like, subscribe wherever you follow and get the Alaska Sports Talk podcast. We did notice that there was one reviewer who gave us 2 stars. He got booted from the platform.
Yeah,
So if you'd like
he's
to
out.
keep your, yeah, okay, that didn't really happen. I just wanted to say that, but just wanted to see if anybody actually has that kind of power. But yeah, like, review wherever you get it, whether that's YouTube, whether that's your favorite podcast platform, Spotify, Apple Podcast, wherever you may get it. Glad to have you
it's
subscribe.
Well, and again, like we've said it before, and we really do look at these. If you send an email, if there's topics, especially that
Yeah,
pertain to
totally.
Alaska,
Yep.
send them in. We'd love to be able to look at them and put them on the schedule of things that we can talk about. And there might be some things that we don't know I mean, because we don't
Yeah.
know. We're not in Fairbanks. We're not in Juneau. We're not in Ketchikan. So
We
if
need
there's,
correspondence.
yeah, if there's people out there that want to be correspondents, especially on the media side, I think we're going to have a couple more this season, which is going to be exciting and fun. So again, if you have some
Yeah.
information out there, that would be great. Love to be able to talk about it and get it out there for the rest of the state. I've got to
Yeah,
go get
totally.
ready. I've Trump and Putin have asked for me to kind of officiate that meeting
Oh,
here this coming week. So
yeah.
yeah, I got to study up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's okay. Yeah, I
yeah.
don't know what you're gonna do there, but yeah, I mean, do you speak any Russian
No,
by
no,
chance?
no.
No?
Don't speak any
Yet?
Russian.
Yet?
Vodka.
All right. All right.
Vodka, is that Russian?
I
I'm
don't
pretty sure
think
that's right. Isn't that Russian? Vodka.
I mean it's yeah, yeah, there you go.
Vodka.
Yeah,
Right,
I
I
guess
got it.
so.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
I know
go.
it's
I
a
speak
very
Russian.
yeah,
Huh.
yeah. There you go.
I'm
Yeah.
sure he
Yeah.
understands that.
Yay. Yeah, I'm sure he does. I'm
I'm
sure he
sure he
does.
does.
I'm sure he does. Yeah. Friday's
Well,
gonna be weird. It's gonna be interesting around here. Like,
it,
I don't know.
it will
It's gonna
be.
be crazy. What's what's going to be more weird is that they're going. I mean, they're closing the airspace clearly. Like you're not going to see any planes flying in or out
Oh, they're going to
during
have
that
to
period of
close the
time. I would assume
airspace.
you have to. Yeah, Merrill Field's going to shut down. Like it's just
I
going to
heard
be
I heard
like a ghost town.
rumors. I heard rumors that if this week leading up to this meeting goes okay,
Yeah,
that
we're
they
being
might even
sold.
have
No,
Zelensky.
I did see that too. Yeah,
Like, wow, then you're definitely going to be closing airspace and all sorts of stuff. You better have fighter jets and everybody on alert.
I saw one crazy thing. Like, this meeting's taking place so they can sell Alaska back to the Russians. Like,
Right.
I'm like,
That's it.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
like the U.S. is
7.2
in so
million
much.
with interest.
Like,
Yeah.
what kind of website am I looking at here? This is dumb. You guys are idiots. Like, come on.
That's that
Yeah,
that's
right.
ridiculous.
But anyway, so we'll stick to sports. We'll stay out of the
Yeah.
politics realm for unless somebody wants to talk politics, I guess. But I don't really want to do that.
Well, we'll shy away from that. Just
Yeah, I think we'll stay
but
in our
since
lane.
I'm helping host the meeting, I figured that was important to bring up.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, let me know how that goes for you.
Yeah. We'll see how
I'm
much vodka
glad that
we
you're.
drink.
Yeah, might be quite a
That's
bit.
that's a
Pew, 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 pew.
that's a really terrible Russian accent.
That is bad. Don't ever
That's
do that
pretty bad.
again.
Yeah.
No, that's bad. Well, we'll try to make it better next time. So that's going to do it for this episode of the Alaska Sports Talk Podcast. For Isaiah Freeman, Keaton Homer, Brad Lowers on assignment in Nome. Until next time, we'll catch you later here on AST.